I just want to say that it is possible to work out and get great grades still. Right? My first year at Michigan, I got a 4.0. What up, YouTube? We are officially 5 days out from the South Milwaukee Showdown. Today I woke up a little bit with like a sore throat or like kind of sick, like I'm stuffy. So I think that's just my immune system fighting for its life right now. Now that I've like chopped a lot of water, chopped all these carbs, your immune system is a little bit weaker when you're doing these cuts like this. So I'm still like high on the vitamin C. I'm doing a little bit of zinc too to help also. So hopefully like this doesn't affect me too bad. Head to the gym now. Have like this kind of combined like back arm delt workout. My coach sent me some new workouts for the entire week. So I'm about to go get this started. I'm driving to the gym. Going to Powerhouse today instead of Omnivo just to get a change of scenery. And yeah, let's get it. All right, what's going on? It is nighttime now. Today I did that upper body workout my coach added for the deload week. Not really deload, it's peak week, so you're not going as hard. But after that, I went and got some body work done and kind of got a deep tissue massage because when I was posing, I was realizing that one of my lats are tighter than the other ones, leading to one arm to be higher than the other in my back pose. So, got that taken care of. And it actually like went pretty well. Like I'm pretty uncomfortable with getting touched like massages, so like I either get like ticklish or like I feel uncomfortable. But it wasn't too bad. Um, this time like it was like huge focus on like my lats and like around like my spinal erectors. They've been like super tight lately, so got that dealt with, and then also like around my neck. I also have a lot of tension, so that got loosened up a lot. So I'm feeling a lot better right now. I might be sore for the next day or two, so I need to be drinking a lot of water. But that's not an issue because I'm already doing the 2 gallons a day. Tomorrow we're dropping down to 1.5 gallons a day. Isn't a huge difference, but it's gonna help a little bit. So we're dropping down, and then starting to carb up. So depending on what my updates look like tomorrow, after my third meal, I'm gonna send to my coach. He's gonna tell me what else to eat for the last few. So it's just gonna be extra white rice. Nothing like too special or like too big, but that's gonna be our carb up meals. So whatever that is, probably most like an extra scoop of rice. That's what we've been doing before. So I'm assuming that's gonna keep going. But what I want to talk about today was how to manage school with weightlifting, training, bodybuilding, whatever is your niche. So background, I am an electrical engineering student at the University of Michigan. This is my first year of the PhD. I've also done my undergrad at University of Michigan in the same field. But one of the biggest things is people always ask me, "Oh, like how do you have time to like work out so much? Like how much? Like why do you have time to do this? How do you do this, and still study and still pass your classes and still do everything you got to do?" Even like professors ask me. Like I got one professor told me he's like if you studied as much as you worked out in the gym, like you could probably be a professor, or you could finish your PhD early. And I was like, oh no, I'm okay. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't say that. But like, that just shows that like, it's it's still possible to do both, right? It's possible to achieve whatever physique you want or have whatever time to do it, but you just have to apply yourself the right way and be disciplined. So, for the most part, throughout undergrad, I would do all my workouts after class. So I would purposely like schedule classes like early in the morning. So did have a lot of like 8 or 9 a.m. classes. So like if you have a 9 a.m. class, you're most likely done at 10:30 or 8 a.m. You're done at 9:30 or 10. So those kind of suck to get up to since I commute to campus. But like once your day is over, your day is over. On top of that, for undergrad, I also did research full time. So I did about 20 hours a week in the lab also. So I would go to class, I would go to the research lab, do whatever studies I have to do, and maybe leave there around like 4, maybe 3 o'clock sometimes 2. It depends on the day. But then I would go home, eat, or I would go straight to the gym depending on if I ate or not at school. So I would come home, eat real quick. Because I'm not a type of person that can go to the gym without eating. Something I can't really go fast. Like I feel sick if I do that. But I always go after I eat, do whatever workout. And for the most part, like what's kind of helped, to be completely honest, when you're like super busy with like school or anything else, like work maybe, is to work out by yourself. That's the first thing. Because if you think about it, let's say it takes you about an hour to do a full workout, anyways, you're adding somebody else to it and you're doubling the time, pretty much, maybe like 1.5 the time. And you're also conversating and you're kind of distracted. So, me and my best friend, Diego, we work out together. Um, but we kind of like have like this agreement where like we only work out together on the weekends. It's like non-official. We've never said it out loud, but like it's usually only on the weekends because he works full time. I'm in school, so trying to match up our schedules is already hard. But then like doing the stuff outside of work or outside of school is hard to do. So we both go to the gym. Maybe every once in a while on a weekday we'll get one. Like if we both got a day off or there's like a holiday week coming up or like it's a Friday and we're done early. But for the most part, like we only would work out on the weekends. It's not a bad thing, and if you do have a gym partner that you go with to hold you accountable, that's okay. But this is for like somebody who's like really like locked in and really knows what they need to do on their own, right? So that's one of the biggest things. Working out alone helps a lot, unless you do have some partner that can just lock in and not talk and get it done. There's days that me and him can do that, but not often, because we just get to talk about whatever. So the next thing is, if you are doing like cardio or something, you do like an extended amount of cardio. It's like lately, my coach has had me doing from either 45 minutes upwards to an hour and 15 minutes of cardio. So I realized it's easier to break that up. So what I would do is currently, I have a class earlier in the morning, which is at 9 and ends at 10:30. So after the 10:30 class, I'll stay on campus, I'll eat, and I'll walk to the campus gym. And I'll just start off with maybe like 20 minutes of cardio, 15 minutes of cardio, do the full workout, shower, go eat, and then study a little bit, go to class, go to my 3 o'clock class. And then after my 3 o'clock class, which ends at 5, I get home around like 5 or 5:30. I can go back to the gym and finish the cardio. So that's one way of breaking it up. Or you could do it like early in the morning, so like before you even get up. But like that's a little harder for me. I'm not a morning person, so getting up and going to the gym is not my thing. So I'd rather go later than like super early in the morning. I can go in the morning, but it's not my cup of tea. So those are two things that help a lot to just either break it up, um, or just manage the time that you're doing it. You got to be efficient. You actually have to be efficient, because there's a lot of times where like I would like in undergrad, especially like days I would have like exams or something. I wouldn't go to my morning class just so I could work out. And there's a reason behind that, is because working out feels like part of my routine. And if I don't work out, the whole day is kind of messed up. I would definitely say that. Like the whole day is is all jacked up if I do not work out. So I would work out, and most days, any days I've had exams where I worked out before, I most likely did better on those exams. Especially the day of the exam. One of the biggest things is I always believe, I've said this for years. If you don't know by now, it's too late. So if it's the day of the exam and like you don't know, you're not going to know. So you trying to cram, you should have done that like 2 days before, 3 days before. I'm almost out of people. I can't cram. I'm not gonna cram. If it gets to that point, like I'm just going to go to bed because it's probably more beneficial for me to sleep and remember the things that I learned rather than stay up all night and be tired for an exam that's like late in the day. Because especially like when if you're at a big school, you'll know most of your exams are not during class times. They're like later in the day. So I've had exams at 8 p.m. I've had exams, go late until 10:30 because they're on campus. Because they can't do them during class times because the class size is so big. You need a bigger classroom to take them. So that's one thing that you definitely should look out for is to one, take care of yourself and study early so you do have time to do the things that you need to do to make sure your body and your mind is straight. But at the same time, get it done. Just do it, right? Another one with working, I would say, if you're working like I've worked, I've worked like when I was in the Navy, we would we'd work out like so. When I first started in the Navy, I was in the school in South Carolina, and then I did sometimes would go to the gym like super early, and because what you're in the military, you're used to waking up. Okay, so back then I would go to the gym early. It was easy for me to wake up because I was used to waking up early. So I would either go to the gym at like 6 a.m. We would start class at 8, and we would have class until probably like 5 p.m. every single day. It was like 8 to 5, or like sometimes later we had like extra study hours. So to avoid like the traffic of a whole bunch of people being in the gym, like later in the evening, like the 6, 7, 8 p.m. crew, I would go absolutely early because some of the gyms, everyone knows like if you go to certain gyms where like the air isn't that good, they get kind of musty, and you do not want to be in a musty gym. It is the worst feeling in the world, especially if you have to wait for equipment. There's people like in the way. There's people that just aren't really getting at it. That's one way that'll slow you down. And also, another way. This is kind of harder if you are like a student and like you are like struggling. Go to like private gyms. Go to like less like maybe you don't go to the gym like at school on campus. Maybe you go to like a Planet Fitness that's like not too far, or if you go to like a commercial gym or even like a non-commercial gym, or those are usually a lot less busy. So the other gym I go to, Nevo, um, in Metro Detroit, it is pretty like it's. I mean, it's a big enough gym where it has everything you need, but also it's a tight community. So there's not as many members as like a big box gym like Powerhouse or like Planet Fitness or LA Fitness or something like that. But at the same time, it has everything I need, and there's nobody in there. Like if I went to the gym around like noon, 1 o'clock, there's nobody in there to bother me. So I don't have to wait for equipment. I don't have to worry about talking to anybody. Later in the day, like especially evening, like 8 p.m. the pile of the guys come in there. So there's usually a lot of them, and like, but they're doing their own thing. They're not really bothering you. But no, they're cool. Um, but like even then, there's still like no big like work rush. Whereas like when I would go work out at Crunch Fitness or like Powerhouse, it's hard for me to go like straight after school or straight after work. Let's say it's like 5, 6 p.m. because it's just so busy. So if you can make time to go in like the lesser hours, even if you have like a break or something, I would definitely go ahead and do that. But also, I think you have to have a good split. You have to have a good schedule. So one of the things I do is based off what the day is. So Monday, Wednesday, I have class super early, and I don't have class the rest of the day. And so I'm either in the lab or like doing like research or like reading papers or something. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm at the gym or I have class in the mornings and in the evenings. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, I know I'm guaranteed to be at school from like 8:30 to 5, right? That's guaranteed. So at that point, I know like, hey, I'm working out at the school gym today, so I would cater my workouts to that. So, hey, I'm working at the school gym, so that means I'm not doing legs there. I'm not doing back because they don't have that many good back exercises. So I'm usually doing delts there, or I'm doing arms and shoulders. Right. Those are like the two specific splits that I have on those days specifically. So I'll start my workout or my split Monday will be legs. I can do that at the gym by my house. Tuesdays, shoulders and arms. Do that at the school gym because you grab some dumbbells. You can get a lot of work done pretty easily without other people being in your way. Wednesday, chest. So chest, I do at Powerhouse every Wednesday because I go to the Detroit VA that day. So it's hit Highland Park and it's cool. So I'll be there Wednesday. That Wednesday's always chest there. Thursdays, shoulders or delts back at school. And then Friday, some days I'm on campus Fridays, some days I'm not. But Friday is also Jummah prayer because I'm Muslim. So Fridays I'll go to prayer and then work out after that. So maybe I'll do something in the morning, go to prayer at 1:30, and then after prayer I'll go work out. And then Saturday and Sunday is usually a rest day or like I was just doing cardio. And Saturday is kind of like more of like not really a free day, but like if I have it planned out, like right now I'm like Saturday is usually back. But if like me and one of my friends want to go to the gym together, then it's like, okay, hey, like we're gonna do back, but then we're also might do like some kettlebell swings, we might do some RDLs, we might do something anything else, right? Some band work, hyper extensions. That's a really good favorite one I like to do. So plan out your week so you know like what you're doing. So not, it shouldn't be a surprise what you're doing at the gym because that just saves you time. If you know like, hey, like I'm doing this workout at this gym at this time, you can plan out your whole day around that, right? So I know I'm doing this. So I got my food, I got the pre-workout meal, and I got the post-workout meal ready to go. I bring to school with me just so, and then when I get home, I can eat and then go back and do cardio if I need to, if I'm doing that day. So that's an easy way to kind of reduce your time. And another one is if you're studying, let's say like you got exam coming up, and you do a cardio. Study while you're doing cardio. Bring your iPad or your phone, put notes on your phone, and like set them up on the little shelf while you're working out, while you're doing cardio, and just read your notes or like quiz yourself. So what I was doing when I was studying for my last couple exams is I would like upload all like the lecture slides into ChatGPT and be like, all right, for each lecture, but all right, give me a multiple choice quiz based off this lecture, and I would input whatever type notes I had or anything, and then they would ask me questions, and I would just sit and do multiple choice quizzes on there. I mean, when I first started school, that wasn't really a thing, so there was no ChatGPT to do that. But like now, it's a cool way to like one, so you're not bored to death on doing cardio, but also you can study while you're at the gym at the same time. So, but if you don't do cardio, then like I guess that's not really a thing. Maybe you go in the sauna or I don't know what. But little things like that like go a long way. Really, maybe you listen to your lecture, or you listen to like a YouTube video on the topic that you're learning while you're lifting. I've had to do that sometimes. Sometimes like you want to look at the video, so that's iffy if you want to do that or not. But it is an option. I just want to say that it is possible to work out and get great grades still. Right? My first year at Michigan, I got a 4.0. And that's still with lifting every single day. that's still with taking care of my body, eating, still hanging out with friends. Like, it is doable, right? Even I've gotten this far. Like, I would go to, like, I've gone to research conferences in the last couple of years. I've gone to wherever, and I've still been able to work out. Like, I've done workouts in when I went to a research conference in Kigali, Rwanda. I was working out there. I had bands with me. That's a long story. That's another story for what happened in Rwanda, but I was working out there. Like, when I'd have research conferences, I've gone to Colorado like the last 3 years for a research conference, and gym in the hotel. Go at it. Like, do what you got to do. Especially if even if you're traveling. So um, it's kind of off topic, not really to school, but last summer took a trip to Barcelona, and me and my friend Diego, we walked to the beach and just like found like one of those not like jungle gyms, but like kind of like beach gym where they have like pull up bars and like dips and a whole bunch of random stuff. We were there. Found a big rock. We were doing deadlifts with the rock. We were doing back extension. We were doing squats with the rock, pull ups, dips, push ups, literally anything. You can find a way. No matter what it is, you can find a way. You just have to want to do it. So that's really all I got in terms of how you can, be in school and still lift and get jacked. But just at the same time, don't let it overconsume you. Don't focus so much on the gym that you're not getting your studies down. Because I promise you this, if you're so locked in and you finish school and you're good, get to do whatever you want to do. Like right now, I'm on my PhD. Once I finish my PhD, I'll be around 30, 31. I genuinely can do whatever I want, right? Like, I'm training for the show. Let's say like I do absolutely love working out. I do absolutely love training. If I want to be a coach or something, whatever. I got my degree. I could stop. I could do it. I got something to fall back on if I want to do this full time or if I want to just go fuck off, right? So get it done so you can have more fun in the future. I know it's hard to like if you're like young, if you're like 19, you're 18 and you're hearing this like, "Oh, I can't even imagine being whatever." It's possible. It's doable and it'll come. You just have to be patient. You have to let yourself learn. So that's one thing that nobody can ever take away from you. You're learning what you learn. So let's say like you leave engineering for whatever reason. Let's say like I decided I want to become a professional bodybuilder, right? I want to get my pro card and I just take this serious and this is all I ever do. 20 years from now, 30 years from now, I still got an electrical engineering degree. So take that how you want. You always will have something to fall back on if you have some kind of education. I don't care what kind of education is, trade school, college, certificate of whatever. I don't care. Have something to fall back on because this isn't forever. That's all I got to say. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Bye.